A masterpiece like this is so realistic it could easily fool anyone. You might think this is an aquarium, but in reality it's a dining table made from resin. This man always felt that his home lacked an artistic dining table, so a DIY enthusiast decided to make one himself. First, prepare a round layer board. Wrap the board with a 10 cm wide thin veneer. Fix it in place using a nail gun, a very simple process. There are some gaps along the edges, so use glass glue to secure the surroundings. After applying the glue, smooth it out with your finger, ensuring the bottom of the table is perfectly sealed. To make the resin table, some wood is needed, but ordinary wood wouldn't highlight the work's features. These broken tree roots are perfect. Tree roots have intricate textures, and their shapes are unique and diverse, making them ideal for creating mountain and water sculptures. After processing the surface of the tree roots, these pieces of wood have little value, and they're difficult to burn even when used as firewood. Now place the tree roots on the table surface. Put the bigger roots in the center and the smaller ones on the sides, forming a rugged, rocky appearance. Adjust the positioning of the tree roots to make them look more natural. Next, the second material is needed. Weigh 4 kilograms of epoxy resin. Then add some pigment to turn it into a deep blue color. Now pour the resin evenly into the mold. The blue resin as a base looks a bit like a starry sea, and every gap must be filled, leaving no space behind. To ensure an even flow, use a heat gun to speed up the resin's movement. Once it flows evenly, proceed to the next step. Fill the gaps in the middle with some brown mud, which is actually a mixture of sawdust. Fill the bottom as needed. Next, place some pebbles on both sides. This mimics the stones in a river. On the other side, the mud needs to be filled higher, to create a sense of elevation and variation. Now continue adding resin. On this layer of resin, small fish need to be drawn. Of course, you can let your imagination run wild here. Whether it's flowers, birds, fish, or animals, there's something for everyone. Use a brush to draw the white fish. Then proceed with coloring. The scales are carefully detailed, and although it's not the level of a professional artist, it's certainly better than what I could do. Especially these red koi fish, which look absolutely beautiful. Throughout the drawing, the heat gun is often used to help refine the details. Each fish looks slightly different. You can't help but admire the guy's clever ideas. To make the design more vivid, draw some circles in the empty spaces, and fill them with green. It's clear that this guy has some artistic talent. Before long, 2 lifelike lotus leaves are drawn. Then continue adding resin. This time no pigment is added to the resin. Once poured, the design appears crystal clear. After several buckets of resin, the water level rises a little. This process is a bit like adding water to a fish pond. Then use the heat gun to dry the surface to prevent resin buildup. Next, remove the surrounding barriers. The resin material is as clear as glass. The table surface is already thick enough, but the wooden faux mountain is still too prominent, so tools are used to trim it down. Although the process is quite complex, the result is absolutely stunning. Clean up the sawdust from the cut sections. Then pour another layer of resin to cover the tree roots completely. And just like that, a beautiful landscape tabletop is finished. Now, would you like to try making one yourself? Follow my channel for amazing creative videos every day.